Welcome to your latest installment from the CDNN News Desk. I am Montenator.
And I am XPModder.
We have had an eventful past month, and there's a lot to cover. So let's not waste any more time and dive straight into this month's episode.
Starting off, we have the monthly updates on the several transport networks, who have again been making great progress throughout June. Let's start with the SRN and see what they have been up to this month.
Hey everyone, the SRN team here with another monthly recap for the CDNN in June. First of all, we're very excited to announce that the SRN HQ has now been completed at Shepherd Spawn. The headquarters is located near Grand Central Station, adjacent to the RHN Centre and opposite the NTN building. The HQ is the go-to place for people wanting to drop off donations to the SRN, with a purpose-built donation collection chest located in the main atrium. Thanks to Skeleton123 for designing the build and to Slowmo1994 for recreating it on Dogcraft.
June also saw another addition to the Akita network. The stunning Highland Station is the third station along the Akita North Line, built by Jared GZA and connected up to the main network by Akita North Line manager Darparniox. Elsewhere on the Akita main lines, each are also seeing some progress. The third station on the Akita East Line is coming together very well. It is currently being worked on by strawberrysham, and the landscaping around the area is looking very nice. On the Akita South Line, after the recent opening of Tropical Station, an area has been looked out for the 8th station on the line, Greysand Station. A concept of the station is nearly finished in creative, and will hopefully start coming together on Survival soon.
By far the line that has seen the most progress this month is the Akita West Line. After Matkey 01 stepped back from Building West 2, the location was changed a few hundred blocks further westwards, and the task was taken up by Alicat UK. Alicat has since completed Mount Ravenhold Station, a fortified castle perched atop a snowy mountain. Westline manager Zaytais started work connecting the station by rail to the third station on the line, Moon Heights. To complete this, a build session was held on the 16th of June to build a viaduct over a large river gorge en route to the new station. Moon Heights itself is now really coming together, with the main station buildings complete and just the surrounding terraforming left to do. It doesn't end here though, as the fourth station on the line, located at the Milk Mafia HQ, has also been designed in creative, and will be transferred soon. Player Neofiore has also taken on construction of the 5th and 6th stations on the line, with the 5th, rolling rail station, already complete, and the 6th now in planning. It's safe to say that the Akita West Line is really making up for lost time with some incredible progress.
On Shepherd, there has also been some steady progress, with Skeleton123 continuing work on the third station on the West Line, with several more village houses being built. Meanwhile, on the East Line, Slowmo1994 has been working with EBWAM to connect the city of Lyon to the SRN, a route that has the line leaving the city towards Two Lakes Station. The Shepherd South Line has also seen considerable progress too. The 3rd, 4th and 5th stations have now been marked out, with Elasmatherium 1 taken south 4 and Adam B 4255 taken south 5. Elasmatherium has wasted no time in getting south 4 completed. The station, known as Whitethorn Station, is now in a fully functional state, with a CSC port in the area too.
Lastly, the line managers have been hard at work scouting out locations for the ring line stations on both Shepherd and Akita, some at bases and other places of interest, and others out in the wild with hope of encouraging future expansion. A few months ago we also touched on the first segment of the ring lines that had been started, the Akita Southeast section. Since then it has been some great progress, with Boekerworm Station, Lakeworks Station, Fireforce Station and Southeast Station now complete, with Ozitarian Station also well under construction. Attention has turned to the lines connecting them all, with Montenator completing the line between Lakeworks and Fireforce, and both Montenator and Boekerworm building an underwater tunnel between Lakeworks and Boekerworm's base. The tunnel is double-tracked, with another line branching off towards Redis Knight Airport. As we move into summer, we have a lot of big plans we can't wait to share with you all, so stay tuned and watch this space. Until next time, this is the SRN team signing off. Choo choo!
Now, moving on, we have the other railway network, the CRN. The CRN has also made some great progress this month. Let's take a closer look at what has been going on.
Welcome to this month's CRN update. Once again, this month was a busy time for the CRN. At the end of May, the SRN had a build session which ended up finishing the project at hand really quickly. Due to this and the fact that the CRN line on Labrador between Bifurcation and Pyramid still needed some work done, this session became a SRN-CRN crossover build session, with helpers moving to Labrador and working on the CRN line after the SRN line had been completed. Later, this session even turned relatively seamlessly into an NTN dig session. So make sure to also check out all the other transport networks on the server. On the 7th of June, a build session for the line to the 3rd South Station on Labrador was held after Cactus Brothers had started working on the station. Additionally, a lot of progress was made on the Labrador Ring Line after I built Farfield Station at the end of May and took over construction of Forum Station, which had previously been worked on by Ferris Invicta. Forum Station was also completed and a line was built between it and Alton Hall. On the 25th of June, a build session was held by me to connect Forum Station to Far Fields, thus completing the northwest quadrant of the Labrador Ring Line. On Corgi, Zambaka built Fairytale Station in the southeast and LMB 4255 built 2 stations on the northeast coastline. Minda 905 further built the 3rd West Station on Corgi, and building on some lines is underway. Another build session on Corgi was held by HD Kimichi at the 29th of June to complete 2 lines in the south and at the coast. As none of the stations mentioned have been opened at this point, make sure to join the CRN's Discord so you will get notified when an opening is announced. Finally, during an SRN line opening, all 3 Discord admins of the CRN, HD Kimichi, Nick Matthew 63, and myself, met up on the server for the first time. As always, thank you to everyone who helped or is helping with the CRN in any capacity. Without you, we would not be able to do any of this. Great stuff there. Now let's move on to the NTN. This month they
Do you like riding the rail? Yes. Do you like seeing the different stations others have built? Of course. Have you ever thought of building your own station? Sure. Have I got a surprise for you? The SRN and CRN are hosting a station building competition and you can enter.
Please contact your rail manager if you experience any of the following: rail madness, minecart fatigue, addiction to spruce wood, urge to never use the NTN again, or other redstone-related illnesses. The SRN and CRN are not responsible for any deaths occurring during the build process.
Oh, that was strange. Did you see that too, XP?
I did. No idea what that was about. Let's get back on with the episode.
Sup, cool butterflies? It's me, Hatter Sky, and I'm here to give you a little update on what's been going on in the NTN. We recently finished the inner rings. Woo, go team! There were a lot of hours put into this, and we couldn't be more thankful from you guys who helped us build the inner rings, as well as the main tunnels and the hubs and everything else we've also been working on. We will now be focusing on the outer ring. The NTN Tower competition is near completion. The event does end on the 8th of July, so better get those towers done before they get judged. This has been your Akita World Manager, and we hope to see you again in the future. Until next time, stay out of trouble!
Earlier in the week, we sat down with Strawberrysham and Nomiium, who are both players involved in the construction of the city of Leon. We wanted to know more about the city, how it came to be, and how you can get involved. Roll the clip! So here we are back in the studio. We are joined by strawberrysham, one of the city planners for Leon, and Nomiium, one of the builders in Leon. It's great to have you both here. Welcome to the CDNN.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's great to have you both here. And I mean, this place is just incredible. Like, it's definitely the go-to place on Survival 5. It's just awesome to walk around here. And we want to know a little bit more about how it came to be and how people can get involved, right?
Of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So, my first question for you both, I suppose, would be what inspired you to start the project? I'm assuming it was, in the works prior to Survival 5. What was the process behind that?
So I think based on what I understand about other cities, we really started late in comparison to everyone else in terms of what I know. So it started more as a joint base operation between me, Eve, Zach, and Ash, the city planners. And it eventually evolved to the point where we were building really pretty things and we decided to just work on one base and let other people build as they wanted to as a break from the city. It started with the first build being the station. I mean, I think it's still stands up as the most beautiful thing we've built.
It's very cool,
And
yeah, definitely.
yeah, and from there it evolved. It evolved into what it is today, just a huge spiraling city.
Hmm. Yeah, it's just so impressive. So that's really interesting to hear that it kind of started without the city in mind, or was it always kind of something that you were thinking of doing, or just something that happened naturally?
So it really wasn't. It was never going to be this. It started with, like I said, a bunch of us just wanted to base with each other around the idea that me and Zach had bases right next to each other in Surf 5. Purely coincidentally, but we loved the idea and we wanted to keep it. And it started to become more and more of us. And then we decided we wanted kind of a central area between us. It was not slated to be a traditional European city with a modern, but it eventually became that as we came closer and closer to the server, and our ideals of what we wanted to do became more and more aligned as we build together. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, really, really awesome. So obviously, there's been a lot of people helping with Leon to build the city up. People doing interiors, people copying stuff over, people designing things, and I think that's where you come in, right, Nom? Like you've done quite a lot of that. Explain like how you got involved with the project and what you normally do.
Yeah, so I I'm pretty new to this whole Leon thing, to be honest. Like think I'm the newest appointed builder, or one of them at least. So I always sort of knew that Leon was a thing on the server, you know? I always knew that it was like a place where people built together, but I never really participated with it at the start. That all sort of really changed when when the Leon guys and girls did the PvP event, you know, the was it Capture the Flag, and
Oh yeah.
I really liked that. It was really good for the community, and I thought, I haven't done anything community related this season. I might as well throw my hat in and give it a go. Why not? And
Mhm.
then I went on a bit of a tear, did a few builds here and there, and somehow ended up in this position. So you
And
never
here
know
we
what's going
are.
to happen.
Exactly, exactly. And yeah, there's this really cool stuff around here. Speaking of which, I'm sure both of you might have like favorite builds or favorite areas in the city that you really enjoy. Like what would you say is the standout areas for both of you?
I really like the section down by the river with the firework display, and you've got the buildings in the background, and then you've got a nice little amphitheater with everybody's New Year's Eve messages on it. That's a really good community spirit, and I think it's really cool. You got everybody's
Oh
like little
yeah,
messages, and it's great. I love it.
it's a lovely area for sure, yeah. What about yourself, Sham? Have you got a particular favorite area or build?
My favorite build is hands down the Pizza Hut. Without a doubt.
Oh
My favorite thing to
yeah!
come from Surf 4.
Sir
There's
4?
still So it started as a joke about me desperately wanting Eve to build a Pizza Hut based on his interior building ability that he showcased so prominently in Surf 4. and I begged him for one, and he promised me that he'd build one, and we now have one in the city.
That's perfect.
There better be a
Honestly.
salad bar.
So I guess my last question for you both would be: are there any plans for the future? Where does the city go next from here?
Ooh, there's always stuff that needs copying over from Sandbox. You know, there's so many new plans. We got some good things in the work. As far as city planning, I think Sham is best placed to talk about that.
Yeah, so we have a ton of things coming up. The most prominent thing that we're working towards right now is getting the kind of rail system set up in the city. So we obviously have the huge station showcased whenever you talk about Leon, pretty much exclusively everywhere. But we have several other stations that me and Eve have been pretty diligently building, trying to get set up, that'll lead you to different areas within the greater regencies. And we're working on getting that. So that involves building a brand new area of traditional European style, meant to be kind of sort of smaller, more residential, that we've dubbed Westgate very recently.
Okay.
And the modern area, of course, is still in development. And there's still the whole northern part of Leon once we get the south done. So there's tons and tons of stuff to do left. I'm trying to think. Otherwise, we're really, really trying to get a PvP event done. Especially me.
Oh, okay. That would be fun, definitely. So yeah, it has been awesome hearing from you both. I guess the last thing that I would probably ask is, if I was a new player today and I saw the city, was really impressed by it, and wanted to get involved, what would be the best way to do that?
So it starts with, I think, unfortunately, it's all in our Discord, I think. I think that that's the best way to get all of the information. You can obviously reach out to any one of us, we'll lead you to that information, but that is the most concise way to find how to start the application process, considering we have, as far as I know, the most rigid sort of application process. I think it's better to start with all of the information that you have available. You can see other people going through it, what we've said. And then from there, just walking around the city, making sure you understand sort of the heights, the way that things look, the details that we sort of add. I think that whenever you send in an application, you know, knowing those sort of things in mind is the best way to make it quick and concise. And then finally, I would say, although my second recommendation is to look at it, add your character. I mean, I'm a number one proprietor of saying that I love when other people's characters show up. It's really boring if it looks like me and Eve built everything, because it'll just look the same. I think the best example is if you walk around town, if you look at things that we've credited to Asha Pink, they're always very in her style. You know she's built them. You know that they're different than everything else. And I love looking at things like that. I love seeing when people add their own character into our style.
Oh, for
So
sure, yeah. It's great to have some of that variety. And we caught up with a few citizens of Leon as well, because there are now a lot of them. Like you've got a small army of citizens now. It's quite crazy. But let's roll the clip of talking with Sarah Pantera 100. All right, so I am joined live on the scene in the streets of Leon by Sarah Pantera 100. Thanks for coming on the show, Sarah.
Hello. Very happy to be here. Very happy. Long-time fan.
Yeah, no, it's great to have you here. And we're just outside your lovely arcade right now.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's a world of wonder inside. Yes.
It looks very nice.
I hope you're ready.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's take a wee look inside and see what's going on here. There's a lot of colors.
Yes. There's a lot going on. Lots of games to play, lots of prizes, some interesting staff-themed games in the middle here.
Wakazak, I love that.
And we also have Bam and Wham at the back.
Oh, that is so good. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we also have a dance type game at the back, you know, to do the little dance moves on. We have a basketball game. It was myself and Duckies who worked on this interior, so we had plenty of games of hoops while we were here, and I was the clear and front runner there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We also have a Donkey Kong themed wall for getting up the arcade, so that was a
Oh wow, yeah.
yeah, it's not the quickest way of getting around, but it's definitely the coolest way, I think.
Exactly. It's all about the
Yeah.
experience, right? There's been a lot of
Yes.
thought that's gone into this interior. It's really cool. So I have a
Yeah.
couple questions here that
Yeah.
if you'd be keen on answering as well. Basically just to get like a citizen's perspective of Leon, and how did you get involved with the project? Where did you hear about it? What was the experience like?
Well, I haven't been a citizen for very long, but I'm very happy to be one now. It was IBOM who got in touch with myself and Duckies and asked us if we would like to do this interior. And to be honest, first of all, I was a bit afraid because, as I'm sure you've seen Leon, it's
Yeah.
extremely impressive. It's epic in its nature, and yeah, we were a little bit afraid because our builds can be a little bit wild. But no, we were very welcomed, and we had access to supplies and stuff from here. And we went a bit wild, but I think it's come together. It's kind of meshed with the whole Leon place quite well, I feel. And yeah, it just sort of worked out well. So yeah, it was IBOM basically who asked us if we wanted to do an interior, and they said we could do either one floor if we wanted to do that, or we could do a couple of floors. And immediately we were like, okay, the whole interior has to be done.
Yeah.
It's just the way. Yeah. So we kind of took 2 floors each. I did the bottom floor and the very top floor, and Duckies did the kind of 2 center floors. Because we both do build together, but we kind of have our own sort of style as well, I guess. So it was to kind of mesh that together with the build that was already here, because this was an empty shell when we arrived. So there wasn't like floors in or anything like that. So we could kind of lay out where they went and everything like that. But the Leon team was always here if we had like questions or if we were unsure of what to do, or yeah, materials and stuff like that. They were very helpful. It was very
Yeah.
good.
It has turned out great. It's just so nice to see like these types of interiors because they really brighten up the whole area, and it's a very interesting thing to look around. There's some awesome stuff here. So yeah, well done to both you and Duckies. I mean, this place is great.
Thank you.
And thanks so much for coming on the CDNN, Sarah. It's been great speaking with you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much. You too. Don't forget to play a game.
All right, so we just had our interview with Sarah Pantera, which was great. I'm now back in the streets of Leon, just by the station, and we're going to have a wee look in the apothecary shop and see if anyone's here. All right, and here we are, the Twin Sisters Apothecary Shop. Let's head in and see who's here. Oh, yep, very busy today. We got Princess 223 and Summerflower 1234 here. Welcome to the CDNN, guys.
Hey, Monty, how you doing?
Doing
Thanks for
very
having
good.
us.
Yeah. All right then. So here we are in the apothecary shop. Whose idea was it to build an apothecary in Leon?
Mine, actually. I wanted to build one, and this is where I built it.
And it's looking very nice, right? So this was like an empty interior that you guys took up, right, to decorate?
Yeah. So well, I asked Abraham for a plot in Leon before the public opening of Leon, and this is one that he gave me. And I came in here, and it was pretty bare bones. I put up everything on the walls. And figured all of that out, and I put in this stairwell that you came up in. And then when I was ready to do the decorating of the interior, I asked Princess to come and help me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's turned out really well. You got some lovely flowers here, lots of decorations, candles, and smoke. It feels really, really lively in here.
Thanks. I like plants.
Yeah, no, I can tell. I can tell. So what else is in this building? Because it is quite a large building, right? Are there more floors we can explore?
Yes.
There are apartments upstairs for rent.
Yep.
We'll have to go and have a wee look at those.
Yeah, let's
Yep,
go take a
let's
look.
go.
Awesome.
Okay, and here's the first apartment. It has
Oh,
lovely
yeah.
large windows and high ceilings. Um, there's some stuff in here being stored at the moment, but this can all be cleared out if you want to rent it. And it even comes
Exactly.
with a bed. Yeah.
Honestly, you got everything you need right here. Very, very spacious and lovely views out to the city here, right?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
But if you like this one, I think you'll like the one above better.
Oh, we'll have to go up and see it then.
Oh, for sure.
All right, so this is the next one that's for rent.
I think
Oh,
this one
yeah.
has the best views.
I certainly
Honestly,
love the windows.
yeah. Yeah, I would definitely agree. There's some lovely views out here. You can see the station, the park down there. It's very, very nice.
There's also a bouncing pig.
Lovely decorations in Leon as always.
hmm If you like this one, there is one more that you could take a look. Take a look at.
Yeah, let's go all the way up to the roof.
And this is the last one. This one is a little bit tucked up under the eave, so the windows aren't quite so good. But it has a lovely view.
That's the payoff, right? And
hmm
it's just every angle of Leon is very photogenic. So just about everywhere that you are, you're gonna get a nice view.
hmm
Yep.
And this one has a secret stair. If I can find it.
Over here. Over here.
It's
Oh,
very
this door.
secret.
Yeah, it won't stay secret for long, I guess.
Definitely not. And then all the way out, this lovely panoramic view of the city.
hmm
This,
Really,
would,
really cool.
this would be a really lovely place to just sit and relax, have a cup of coffee.
Or
Mhm.
tea.
Coffee.
Ooh.
Tea.
We're gonna be neutral on the CDNN, so whatever your warm beverage of choice is.
And then there's the fire jets up there.
hmm
They're
Yeah.
not scary at all.
hmm Speaking of vehicles that are definitely not scary, there's something else you need to show us, right?
Yep. Now, I wanted to give back to the city because Abraham was very supportive of me building here.
hmm
And, well, I managed to get my hands on a steamroller.
Oh, well, there you go. We'll have to go and have a look at that then.
Yeah, so where I'm from in Canada, we're always, it gets very cold. And so the roads are usually pretty, they can be in rough shape in the spring.
hmm
So, it's important to have good road health for all of your road needs. Anyway, so yeah, so I procured a steamroller for Abwam and the city of Leon. Just this way, just around this train station.
hmm
There it is.
Look at that lovely steamroller right there.
Oh, Abwam!
What's he doing down there? Oh my goodness.
No,
Oh my.
Abwam!
Been a bit of an accident here.
Oh, there's a hamster driving the steamroller. Well,
Oh, that might explain some things.
Yeah, very poetic right there. Yeah, I don't know how to
poor
feel about
Abwam. I
that.
guess he just couldn't. He couldn't resist the jar of
Yeah,
gumballs.
we've lost a good CDNN editor right there. We've lost a city planner for Leon, but I suppose the hamsters needed revenge, so it's all good.
Yeah, hopefully, we can find another city planner soon. We're going to need a cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly. Well, I mean, on that slightly tragic note, it's been great to have you guys both here. It's been lovely seeing the apothecary, and it's been lovely seeing the steamroller as well. So thanks so much for coming on the show. We hope you've enjoyed your time here, and we'll see you both around.
Thank you.
Thanks, Monty. Thanks for having us.
See you later. All right, then a bit of a scenery change here, but Leon's a very dynamic place, right? There's lots of stuff that changes around here. Could you talk us through a bit of that, like in terms of decorations around the area?
So yeah, so we have tons of event that we love to decorate for. Dogcraft becomes, I would say, more alive as you get later into the year. Tons of events. There's normally some sort of Halloween thing going on, Christmas, and Leon loves to participate in that. So we decorate all year round with different things hanging from our light posts. Sometimes we do big inflatable things like the giant unicorn that's around right now. We decorate with balloons. So we've done that for Pride, Valentine's Day, Christmas, Halloween, just stuff like that. Just we love to keep it dynamic. It looks different all the time. There's always something to come and see. So
And yeah, I mean, speaking of events, have you guys got more events lined up in the city? Is there any more going to happen here?
So as I sort of teased in the Leon Discord a while ago at our last weekend with Leon, I decided to come up with a list of PvP events that I would like people to help us decide on which one will actually occur within the summer. So going down my list, I have some sort of bingo card that will probably be a team event, a revamp of Capture the Wool. Maybe we will explain the rules this time, so it's a fair chance. Maybe. So a sort of take on Sky Wars, based on a recommendation from Z. A great race between the Regencies, and maybe a surprise visit to the Y21 area. A game of hide and seek, or a game of survival games.
All sound really cool, and we're going to do something a bit different right now, right? We are actually going to let you, the viewers, have your say in what types of events you would like Leon to hold. So there's a little poll linked in the iCard in the top right, I think, of your screen, and you should be able to access that and cast your vote as the type of events that you'd like to see around here, which is really cool. So please don't forget to do that. It'll help out a real bunch. So yeah, that was just some citizen interviews there. It was really nice seeing what people have contributed to the city. And again, thanks so much, both of you, for coming on the show and for doing this interview with us. It's always great to have guests in the studio. And yeah, it was great to talk to you both. Just thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you again. Thank you so much for featuring us.
No problem. See you both later.
See ya.
And now to some staff-related news. For the past 2 months, Ellicat UK, Ducky Z, and Sarah Pantera 100 wonderfully served as the server helpers. A huge thanks to the 3 of them. For the month of July and August, we are very excited to welcome Cosmic Moonlight, Elasmotherium 1, and Z Taze as the brand new helpers. Best of luck, you 3, and a huge thanks to the 3 outgoing helpers too. Also, Peter Paul 1991 has come back to the staff team as a chat mod after a long hiatus. Glad to have him back.
We interrupt this broadcast to give you the weather with Wagon.
Welcome to a special CDNN weather report. Let's take a look at today's forecast for Shepherd. We hope you have your umbrella with you when in Leon today, as you should expect patchy showers throughout the day. Hopefully they invested in good drainage systems. You can expect slightly calmer weather in Kalon and Arc Paris, where there will be short spells of sunshine, broken up by occasional cloud cover. The Spawn Island, however, will be hit round the clock with sun for today, so get a deck chair, grab an ice cold drink, and soak up those rays. Finally, heading westwards to Rome, our sources indicate that torrential pig rain is forecast. I wonder if that's a sign. That's it for today's weather report. Join us next time for more of the latest updates at a base near you.
As you may have realised, a familiar face is missing in the studio this month. We want to give thanks to Txp, who's stepping back from managing the CDNN.
Great is the art of beginning, but greater is the art of ending. We are downhearted to say that Txp, an anchor of ours, has departed from the Dogcraft community. With all the dedicated and diligent work our dear Txp has put into this community, it's our time to say farewell and wish him a happy new adventure.
We are very grateful that Txp put in the effort to reboot the CDNN, which may very well still be on hiatus without his efforts. Thanks so much, Txp.
Montenator and XPModder will be stepping in as the new editors-in-chief moving forward. We wish them both the best of luck as they take the CDNN forward.
At the CDNN, we are always working hard on bringing you these videos, but we are only a small team at the moment, and we are looking to change that. Are you skilled in taking breathtaking screenshots in-game? Wow, just look at that view.
Do you have any recording or video editing experience?
Are you a storyteller at heart?
Do you fancy these office cubicles?
Then we are looking for you. Join the CDNN Discord today and let us know about your potential.
The link to the Discord is in the description. Feel free to join that or send a message to one of the members of the CDNN team. Montenator, XPModder, Abewem, ZTaze, Dragonfire441 and Fofers.
We've reached the end of this month's broadcast. As always, thank you all so much for your continued support on this series. It's been both an honour and a pleasure bringing you all up to speed with all the things happening on Dogcraft.
A big thanks to everyone that submits clips, ad footage, and of course a big thank you to the CDNN team.
This has been Monty.
And XP.
We hope to see you next time, Cyberdogs. Bye!
Bye.